I would imagine after 2 or 3 years of ministry, Jesus was tired. I would also imagine that the disciples often found themselves drained. I mean, as life-giving as their time with Jesus was, it had to be emotionally and physically draining. And it was Jesus who would pull them away to rest, and then he would pour himself out into them. I wonder if they didn't find themselves asking, where will we get the energy to continue? Jesus began preparing his disciples. John tells us about a conversation, to my Father's house there are many mansions. I'm going to go and prepare a place for you. I'll bring you to me, all that sort of stuff. And the disciples, naturally, they begin to get apprehensive and anxious about Jesus' departure. I'm sure they wondered, who's going to fill us up when we get drained if Jesus is no longer here? And Jesus said to them, I'm in the Father, the Father's in me. That's the source of life. So abide in me. Abide in me. Now, the Greek word in the original text is meno or meno, okay? It means to remain, stay, rest, abide. Jesus uses the analogy of a vine and branches. God's the true vine. God is in me. I'm in him. Therefore, I'm the vine. You're the branches. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Abide in me, and you will produce fruit. Now, this was an easy analogy for the disciples to grasp because vineyards were everywhere in ancient Israel. Also, olive groves, olive trees were all over the place. So they understood, even if they weren't farmers, they understood this concept of vine or tree and branches. And those vines or branches that get cut off or somehow disconnected from the true vine or the tree, they will wither and die, and they will never produce fruit again. Okay? To abide means to remain connected, although it has a bit more of an intimate connotation than just remain connected or rest. And just as the true vine is a source of life for all the other vines and branches, Jesus is the source of life for us. Apart from him, we can do nothing. Apart from